Yeah. Hi, my good people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, this is Matassa Rising TV. I'm here today to discuss and let our people living here in Europe, Italy, how to correct our mistakes during our commission, because a lot of us have made a lot of mistake during commission, and because of our mistake they have denied most of us document. Some of us, our stories are correct, our proofs are genuine, but the lack of knowledge have made us not to get the document. So, and I think for those of us that have come or have the knowledge, so I decided to come and let my brothers and sisters to know the mistakes and how to go about it. If you are joining us for the first time, this is Matassa Rising TV. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, share this post, make it go viral so that our brothers and sisters who are out there waiting for their commission date or who have already gone for commission will get the right message and do the necessary corrections and know what is await for them, the kind of questions they will see, and how to arrange their stories before going to commission. So I think it's hard time we make this known to our people there, because most of us don't have the knowledge or don't know what to say or how to present their stories when they go for commission. And this have made them to lose the opportunity of having document in Italy here. So this time around, I would like to throw more light on how to prepare your stories before going to commission, or how, if you have received the first negative, how you will prepare yourself before the second appeal. I will tell you everything you need to know about your story, your commission, that is about your story and your commission, how to answer questions, how to comport yourself during the commission. That's why I come online today to make sure that our people get the document, especially those living here in Italy. Share this video, click like. This is Matassa Rising TV. We have a lot of time to spend today to go through it, and I believe and I hope it will help a lot of people to have documents here in Italy. Yeah, the topic I'm about to treat today, once again, let me repeat it, is how to arrange your stories and how to present it, make your corrections when you went for commission, and how to answer questions when they ask you, how to comport, how to respond to every question they ask you during that commission, and the kind of proof that you need during your commission, and the kind of proof that you will not take. It depends on your story. So these things is what I'm going to treat one after the other today. Please share this video, share Matassa Rising, like the page. We're also on Facebook with the same name, Matassa Rising. So follow us so that you will get the latest update. Matassa Rising is all about creating awareness and giving updates on Italian law and job opportunities and how to renew your document, how to bring your woman to Italy, how to bring your life partner to Italy. We have so many packages that we are going to give you that will help you achieve your dream. So try to share this video, like our page on Facebook, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube, Matassa Rising. Yeah, let me start. First, I will start with the first interview that they ask you immediately you arrived in Italy. This interview have given 90% of immigrants, especially our African brothers and sisters, negative when they go for their commission. And this interview, they call it C3. C3. This C3 is the first interview they grant you immediately you arrive in Italy. It's either they interview you on when you were in the ship, or after you have entered Centro Accoglienza, which we called in our language camp. So when they interview you, this when they make that interviews, you know, being a JJC, you don't have any experience. You can say anything that you don't know, you don't have any experience of. So after you might have spent maybe 1 to 2 years in the camp, you have forgotten what you said in your arrival, then you go for commission. For example, I will use myself for example. When I was in the ship, when they asked me, what is your name? I told them, what your age and where are you from? You said everything. I answered everything. So before they now take me to the Red Cross, from there, after like some other interrogations, they now take me to camp. After 3 days, they take me to Questura, which is a police headquarters. When I got there, they asked me, what is your name? I told them my name. They asked me, how old are you? I answered them. I tell them my age. Where are you from? I answered them. What are the reasons? What makes you leave your country? Is it a religious crisis, political crisis, or what? I told them I left my country because of the issue. I will not disclose that to you because it's my private life. Sorry for denying you this you want to hear, but I cannot disclose to you why I left my country. It's my personal life, but I just use that as an example. So after I answer all those things, they now say, okay, you can go. They never ask me to explain why do I leave my country, but they have taken that little information that I gave them. They jot it down. I spent 9 months and some weeks in camp. Then they call me for commission. I was able to tell them the real reason why I left my country to seek asylum in Italy here. So when I went for commission, then bring out that first C3, which they called C3. They never show it to me, but then put it in their front. They asked me, what is your name? They will repeat the same question again. They will bring a piece of paper to you with your details of the one, because after like 3 or 4 months, they will now issue a permesso soggiorno to you. with your, at that time they will ask you another questions. You will feed all those information that they will use for your permanent sojourner. So I cross check everything. It's okay. I tell them everything is okay. I now start my story. But most of us do not remember that first thing you said in Chitri. For example, you said you left your country because you were Muslim and you wanted to marry a girl and his or father is a Christian. Definitely, this story now, they classify it as a religious crisis. Now, they now put you under religious crisis. You now come for commission and they ask you, why do you leave your country? You say that you left your country because you are a freedom fighter. You want a secession from the country. These two issues, they are not related. It's different issue at all. One is a political problem. The other one is a religious problem. Automatically, you have said what is contrary to your first interview to children. It will take by grace of God for you to have documents, because already for the starting they have already noted that you are lying. Now it's left for you to make sure that you prove them beyond reasonable doubt that what you are saying is truth. Because whatever you say there, they will not look into it. They will be looking at that your chitri, which you might forget. Maybe you don't even know anything about that again. So at this point, they now hold you as a liar, not as a genuine person again. The interviewer will now be more interested to know the kind of lie you can be able to say, because whatever you are saying there to them they will take it as a lie. Now, what you need to do is the new story that you want to tell. You must make sure that you arrange it properly. You make every necessary corrections. You will know it even when you are sleeping. Someone just wake you from sleep and they ask you, why do you leave your country? You will be able to tell the person without making a mistake. You will be able to narrate everything to the person without any confusing yourself. Then that is the step one of it that I just give you now. The first mistake we make. So how can you correct this mistake? You can correct this mistake. First, you will tell them that when you arrive, maybe they ask you, but you said you're a Muslim or you're a Christian or you left your country. This question will come after you have told them your stories. They will now put this question in the middle of this thing when they are interrogating you, when they are asking you questions. They will now ask you this question. But you said one certain time that you leave your country because you wanted to marry so person. Tell them no. That story is when you come down from the ship, which maybe yes is from ship, although we usually call it lapa lapa, that your head, you don't know what is going on, you don't know what you are saying. That is when they take that interview. So the story we are telling them now is what make you to leave your country, the reason why you run out of your country. That is what you are telling them now. Every other thing there, you can deny it with more proofs. Now, the second part of it is, how do you arrange your story before going to the commission? Do you arrange it proper? For example, let me use this story of Boko Haram. Maybe because most of us are using it, they think if you just come and tell them that you run out of Nigeria because Boko Haram is looking for you, they will just give you document. No. Let me use that for example. For example, you are from Anambra State. You reside in Borno where the Boko Haram is. Your parents reside there. I mean, your family. Now, the Boko Haram crisis, maybe that you said they killed your mother, they killed your father, you have to run away. Now, remember that Nigeria is very large. If you run away from the north, they will ask you, why can't you go to your state of origin, which is Anambra State? You see where they will capture you. They will hold you on your brokers. That shows that what you are saying to them is not the real thing that make you to leave your country. Remember that 99% of us that came to Europe, we came for green pasture, not for those things we are saying, just for document. So now, why didn't you return to Anambra State? You cannot answer that. Or some will say, because I don't have mother there, I don't have father. In Italy, you are running to, do you have father and mother here? You will answer no. Automatically, you don't deserve document. Because you have answered what they need, you have given to them. And another thing is that some of us believe in our interpreter, because most of us don't even know what the interpreter is saying. No, the interpreter might be what will I call it? Will I say it's a racist, or maybe maybe he don't like you. And remember, he is also working for the commission people because they are the one who paid him, not you. He is like insider. They will use him to find out the truth from you. So, what you need to do is for you. Excuse, just a minute, I'm coming. Let me have some questions here. So, what you need to do just a minute, I will be with you guys very soon. So what you need to do at this point, don't believe in your interpreter. Don't believe in him, because he is like insider. He will find out the truth from you and tell them the truth about you. Please, if you are following us, if you are just joining us for the first time, this is Matassa Rising TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook with the same name, Matassa Rising TV. We will give you every update you need to know. If you have a question, you are free to drop your questions on the comments section. Then you can still contact us on Facebook, direct message if your question is private. Very soon I will drop my WhatsApp number, so that if you have any questions on how to go for your commission, how to take your appeal, how to go for your cassation, I will be giving you, if you have any question or have any issue related to those things, we are here to give you updates and solution how to go about it, so that you have your document. We also if you have any issue, maybe you want to know the new law about immigrants, Just reach us, subscribe on our Matassa Rising TV and follow us on Facebook. You will get every information you need to know about new law and other things you need to know about us, about Italian government, and for immigrant job opportunities, how to write your curriculum, how to renew your document, how to go for Qatar sojourner, how to go for cittadinanza, all those things. Just follow Matassa Rising TV. You will get every information you need to know. We are here at your service. Share the video, click the like button, and subscribe to Matassa Rising TV. So, like as I said before, when you go for when the interpreter, I mean the translator, want to be friend with you, let him be friend with you, but know what you are saying. Don't let him or her add story to you. Some people will come, just enter for commission. As soon as they entered, the interpreter will meet the person and say, do you have any story? We have many story here. We can give you story. Once you say this story, you will get your document. This blah 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 blah. Don't pick any story from those people. As you immediately you pick any story from, that is automatic negative. That shows that you don't have any reason for leaving your country. You don't have any story. Why do you leave your country? You just leave your country for nothing. Automatically, they will just give you direct negative. And the appeal, you will still receive. In fact, before you know it, you will be a victim of being deported. So to prevent all those things, immediately you arrive in Italy, after going for that G3, collect it. Look for what you say to them. Maybe use a Curtis issue, for example, or use IPOB issue. Start that moment. Don't wait until they give you your commission date before you can start your story. No. Start immediately. Write your story. Compose your story. If you left your country with no reason, compose your story. Make every of your lies become truth. When composing your story, find two or three people that have been long here in Italy. Contact them. Make three of them sit together like a panel of judges. Then stand in front of them. Say your story without looking that paper you wrote it. Just say it offhand. Then they will listen to it. After listening to your story, they will ask you questions as if you are in the commission. So, at the process of answering these questions, they will not be jotting out the mistake you make, maybe the ones you were unable to answer, or the ones you answered wrongly, and the one you wasted time to answer. Then you pick your corrections. Then after picking all those corrections, you go again and rewrite it. Put on all those questions and know the right answer that you need to answer and the one you don't need to say. For example, if you use an IPOB and they ask you who is the national coordinator of IPOB in Nigeria, and you mention the national coordinator for Italy, definitely they will know, because nothing is hidden before them. Everything is in their system. They know everything. If there is no new story before them, before you sit there, 100 people have said the same story that you want to say to them. So your story is not new to them. They have heard that story several times, and they know when people are saying something genuine and something that is not genuine. Those people are like psychologists. When they look you, they know when you are lying. because they are reading direct from your eyes and your mouth, your lips. And when they ask you question, how do you comport yourself? Maybe now they ask you, okay, you said you leave your country, you left your country because you killed someone. That person you killed, what is his name? And you are thinking, and you say the person is your, maybe the person is your wife to be brother, or your fiance's father. How can you be thinking of that? Or maybe it's your tight friend. When they ask you a question, look into their eyes. Don't put down your face like this. By putting down your face like this, they will know. They will shadow you. And the moment they shadow you, you cannot be able to answer any question again. You will first of all encourage yourself. Take the bold. When you sit down, you ask question, you answer question with boldness, without thinking. We know, like when someone is saying something that he knows, maybe they ask you, for example, now they ask you if you do have document, and you know you don't have document. Definitely you will just answer them, no, I don't have document, with boldness, because you know you are saying the truth. But when you don't know what is document, they will ask you, do you have document? First of all, you will be thinking, what is document? Do I have it? At that point, they will know that, okay, how can you be thinking of the story, what happened in your life? Because what you are telling them is your life story. So how can you be thinking about your life story, what happened in your life story, and you cannot remember? If you couldn't remember anything, that shows that something is wrong. It's either that is not from you, or you just come there to lie, which is not good. So you need to make proper arrangement before going to commission. Now, maybe because I will not be telling you story or how to arrange your story here. No, I can only tell you there is some stories that need proof, and the kind of proof they need is not from a journalist, because most of us bring proof from a newspaper. There are some certain story that doesn't need that. Immediately you bring proof from newspaper, you have condemned everything. There was once a certain time, one of my friend, he bring his story for me to check. So, and I looked the story. The story was very, very, very interesting, very good, mature story. So when I asked him, can I see the proof that accompanied this story? He brings something contrary to what he wrote as his story. And I said, no, brother, this your story is okay. It looked like genuine. But the proof that you attach to it definitely cannot work with this kind of story, because you cannot be, you cannot say that you left Nigeria because your life was in danger. You sold your father's sharan, and your father now declared war against you, and they reported you to the king that he destroyed his god. So the king now ordered the village youth to catch you and bring you, and you know that the penalty to that is death. Then that's why you flee. Now, after saying this story, you go ahead and bring your proof. Now is that you now bring pictures where you belong to one association, IPOB or MAZOP, that you're a member of MAZOP, or you bring where police declare you wanted for murdering and killing. They are not related. In such case now, you don't need any proof from like police report. No, you don't. You don't need such proof. What you need now is the name. If something like that, they will ask you, if something like that happen, what is the name of your village? They will Google it. Before they will Google it, they will ask you, do they catch you? Do any journalist take your news? And you say yes. That's the only way they can ask for that. What is it called? The newspaper. Remember, such newspaper will not contain your details. Some people will now go and bring they will just pay this cyber cafe. They will just print newspaper. Every newspaper has a code. Once you give them that newspaper, they will look at the date. They will check everything there. They will now go to the Google, because, for example, you use Punch. They will enter Punch site. They will type that very date and that very name of those places. If Punch never reported any news about what you present to them, automatically what you are saying is total lie. Those people, they will go any length to know if you are saying the truth or not. So the commission, the second step, the third step, I mean to say, that you need to look into very well is, the second step. Let me read this very question before I proceed to the third step. I'm coming. Before then, the third step is where I stopped. I will be with you very soon. The third step now that can give you automatic negative again is your age and the last place you live. This place now is very, very necessary. You know, most of us, once we enter Italy, some of us, if we are 30 years, they will now shorten it to 20 years. Some of us will say 24. Your age, if you, for example, some of us is an adult and they claim Bambino. Then, and you, Bambino, when I say Bambino, you claim underage. Then when you go for commission, remember, underage you claim is 17 years down. And you go there and you say story of marriage. How can underage be telling story of marriage? I want to marry my fiancé, and his father or her father is a Muslim, and this and that. Automatically it will affect your age, will affect your commission. Or you are under 17. There is some story that can't give you document because your age cannot permit you to do what you are saying. For example, you say you are underage, 17 years old, and they will ask you, when do you leave your country? You say you left your country 4 years ago. 4 years, and you are here now, you are 17 years. When you minus 4 from 17, you automatically will get 13 years, which means you were 13 years before you leave your country. Now, 13 years, you said, they now ask you, why do you leave your country? Remember, you are 17 years here now, but when you left your country, you were 13. Some people don't do this math before they will start their story. Now you say that you left your country because your life was in danger. Your life was in danger because you wanted to marry your fiancé. and her father said no because her father is a Muslim and you are a Christian, but you love the girl. So at point of time, you ran away with the girl. For how old are you and how old is the girl? And they will now ask you, how old is the girl? You might say 20, which means the girl is older than you. Okay, are you the one taking, as of at of age of 13, you are dating a 20 years old girl? They will now reason your story they will compare you with their 13 years old children here. How can this one feed a girl? How can this one take care of a girl? And they now ask you, when you run out, where do you run to? You say, okay, maybe you run from Lagos, you now come to Delta State, you rent a flat or one room at age of 13. Automatically, there is no type of proof that you will bring in this kind of story that they will give you documents, because everything in that story is a lie, because your age have terminated everything. So your age contributes more negative, that is, do you more harm than any other thing. That's why before you start your telling them reducing your age, you will first of all know the type of story you want to say. So your age is very important. Before you reduce your age, you will know the kind of story you want to say, if this story suits my age or not. So that one is one step. Another step is, which year do you leave your country, and where have you gone before coming to Italy? This one again is very, very complicating to some people. Inappropriate arrangement of your story can give you negative. Not the questions you answer, but with your data alone, you can give yourself negative before going to the commission. Let's assume you say that you are from Edo State, and the last place you stayed is in Lagos. Now you have mentioned two states. The state of origin is Edo State. Where you live last is Lagos. Now, your story is, you want to, what is your story? For example, you may come up with maybe, let me use a political issue. When you were in Lagos, as a young boy, as a young youth, you now join APC. No, APC is the ruling party now. You now join PDP, which is the opposition party now, because they know that the Nigerian party is always violent. So you now you are an organizer of one of the, maybe, who is contesting for governor, all those things. You are a youth mobilizer for the man. So the ruling party now see that you are a threat to them. Then they send thugs to assassinate you, and that is why you run away. Now they'll ask you, and you are from Edo State, and this issue happened in Lagos. Why can't you run to Edo State? Why can't you relocate? Some people will not answer that, tell them that even if you relocate to Edo State, those people, their talk can reach you anywhere. They will tell you that, I don't have father, I don't have any person there. No, that is not the answer to that kind of question. That is not. You will find a suitable answer to that. Telling them they don't have any person there, and you run to Italy, they will ask you, how do you come? You say you see people that is coming in, that you just enter motor, you see people that is going Libya, you now join them. With which money? Who? How? They know everything. No, story are not arranged like that. Then another thing is this very one is very important, very important. They will ask you, do you live with, is your parents alive? You will say no, my mama don die, my papa don die, my sister don die, only you survive. Dat place, you forget that the first time you enter the Italy, they give you recharge card 2 or 3 times to contact your people, and you collect. Who do you use it to call? Remember, that credit can only call who is outside, not who is inside. And you contacted your people. Definitely those one working with your working in that centro accoglienza, which is a camp, we call camp, they are working with questura. They are working for commission people. And that first time you entered, you don't have phone, because maybe your brother that bring you is not aware that you have entered. You need to call, make calls, so that you will tell them. Now, the people that will give you phone for you to make call is the operators that are working in the camp. So immediately they give you call, they watch the number you want to call. You die +234. Automatically you are calling Nigeria. Who do you call? Say either your brother, your mother, or your sister. Automatically you have somebody, and they are monitoring your call. Immediately you carry that, you take that recharge card from them. You will sign that you receive it, and they will put your name down. And they'll give you phone. After you make call, they will pick the number. They know who you call. Automatically you have someone there. So you don't need to tell them that you don't have anyone. Tell them the truth, you have person, but he is unable to save you. He cannot stand the heat. Don't involve the person in your story. Don't tell them that your mother, who is healthy, life and healthy there, is already dead. No. That place, our people make a lot of mistake there. So you need to correct it. If you are just joining us for the first time, this is Matassa Rising TV. The topic today is the mistakes we make during our commission. Remember, and how to go about for your cittadinanza, your tempo indeterminato, and changing your document from humanitarian to permesso di lavoro, which is working permit, and how to set up your curriculum. That is what Matassa Rising is all about: creating awareness, job opportunities, how to take your appeals, seek for Cassazione, which they refer as a third appeal. Yeah. So follow us on Facebook, Matassa Rising, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Matassa Rising, to get the latest updates about the changing of law and sharing of new documents in Italy, and how, in fact, anything you need to know about Italy and immigrants, how you will go, how to stay in Italy and avoid problem. Just subscribe to Matassa Rising TV. You will get every information you need to know. We are here to give you the updates. We're also on Facebook with the same handle, Matassa Rising TV. Follow us on our Facebook and click the bell sign there, so that you will receive a notification whenever we made a post. So that area now of denying, saying that your parents are dead, is also contributing to your negative. Now, for another area again is the last but not the least is your name. The first time you tell them that you are Mr. Jumbo. When you come for commission, you tell them that you are Maxwell Jumbo. How can you go about it? It's something Even you, he doesn't mean you don't know your name for the beginning. No, this thing it happened, and most of us are finding it difficult to explain why you want to change from Jumbo to Maxwell. That your real name is Maxwell, not Jumbo. And when you enter, they ask you what is your name. You said Jumbo. At this point, you have started your story with lies. So it's good for us, before you say your name, take that name. Take it. Even if you want to change your name, wait until you get your document. Once you get your document, you can change your name. Yes, you can do it. But changing your name during commission, it will affect your result. Reducing your age during your commission, it will affect your result. Immediately you get your document and you go to Questura for thumbprint, they will bring the same information to ask you, is it correct? At that point, you are not going back to commission again. It's between you and Questura. Correct every mistake there. They will correct it. The only thing that, it can take a little time, but they will correct everything. And once that document comes, everything will be pure. You don't need to go to commission again. But changing it that place, it will affect your story. Most of us do this mistake, and they never know where their negative is coming from. They will look at their story, everything will be okay. They will look at their proof, everything will be okay. But what caused their negative, they don't know. Lastly, before I draw the curtain down, is when you go for your commission, you are waiting for results, and you have other proofs to support your story. Don't keep it to yourself. Send it through their email. If your capo in that camp, I mean the boss who is controlling that camp, refuse to help you send the email, go to the Questura, tell them that this is more proof you have for your commission. You want to send it. They will help you. It's either they will direct you where to send it, or they will collect it from you and send it. Some of us keep it to ourselves. No, if you keep it to yourself, it will not yield any fruit. So we will try. I would like us to try as possible as we can to make our stories genuine. Arrange all the proofs and ask questions on every of your story. Ask those that have used that your story. What kind of question do they ask them? I know that it's not the same question, but if they ask them like 10 to 20 questions, at least 2 to 3 must come back to you, because you are using the same story. So you don't need to keep your story private all the time. You must find one person that you trust. Let him look at your story and tell you some errors. Some of us will wait a day to 1 week to your commission. You will start preparing your story. You forget that it's not your life story. It's what you are composing. And you cannot be there and reading what you wrote on a piece of paper to them. No. You will say it offhand. You will say what is in your head. And you will say 2 or 3 sentences. They will stop you and ask you questions. They will do that in order to make sure that the ones you remember can skip out of your brain, out of your memory, so that you will make a lot of mistakes. Remember, their duty there is to make sure that they prove you wrong. Why your duty there is to prove them that you know the reason why you left your country. They are there to give you negative, while you are there to get your positive. It's now a battle line. It's like a quiz. When you go for a quiz, when you see your opponent, know that he is not coming there to support you. It's like a football. Your opponent will not give you what you want. They would like to take from you. So likewise, you will be firing. them. Stop whenever they ask you question during commission. Don't take your head down. Answer them straight without wasting any time. Look them direct in their eyes. And another thing I forget is your interpreter. Interpreter might provoke you during the commission. Don't fight him in that place. Just maybe he said something that is not related to what he said. If you understand that he have go contrary to your statement, tell him no. I did the same thing. I corrected my interpreter more than 5 times, and he get angry and said that he want to leave. I didn't bother. I don't argue unnecessarily with him, but I correct him when he says something. That is why it's very, very necessary for you to learn the language. Even if you are not speaking, at least be able to understand one or two things so that you can correct things. The language is very important. Another thing that can give you document is your integration. It matters a lot. What have you done during that time you spent in camp? During that time they feed you. What do you use it for? Do you have any certificate, school certificate? Do you learn any handwork? What are you doing? What are your contribution in the country where you are? The country that is feeding you. What do you intend to offer them? If you don't have anything to show, you don't have Auno, you don't have hardware, you don't have Testamedia, you don't have anything. So that shows that you are not willing to stay in the country. You just come to seek asylum and they relocate to another country and be paying your tax over there, while the country that give you the protection will be left for nothing. No, things are not done that way. Use that opportunity. When at that time you used to watch films, watch everything, go up and down, play ball in camp, use it to engage yourself in one activity to another that will give you a good result. I will be drawing the curtain down here. Remember, I'm working on my WhatsApp number and other things so that whenever I come online, I can drop my WhatsApp number so that if you have any questions, if you have anything that you need to ask, like how to bring your life partner from Nigeria, Ghana, and from any part of African country to Europe, how you can go, what you need, or how to arrange your curriculum, how to arrange your stories, how to go for your second commission, what type of proof you need for your Cassazione. Just subscribe to Matassa Rising TV. For any kind of information you need to know, you will get it on Matassa Rising TV. Just follow us and subscribe. Share this video. Follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and click the bell sign so that you will receive a notification whenever we are live or we made any post. Also follow us on Facebook and click the like button so that you will know whenever we come live. Thank you for watching this video. And stay blessed. Work on your life. Work on your life. Thank you. One love.